For those that are new to mentoring, could you give 2 or 3 essential questions that they should master to guide their team through the initial stages of, let's say, design thinking?
Sure. The short answer is why. If you could just learn that question, when the team makes a statement, always challenging that statement. Why then leads to how do you know? But I think some of those really initial questions are, what do we need to learn, and what can we do to learn it? And those are the questions that really that propel the team initially. Say, hey, we've got this customer and we believe they have a problem, and we believe it's a problem they're willing to solve. All right, what do we need to learn, and how can we go about learning it? And then the third question is, how quickly can we learn? And that becomes the question of fidelity. What's the lowest fidelity that we can learn at that will allow us to keep moving quickly?
Thank Bill. I think you've actually covered in that the next question I prepared for you. Is there any other examples or anything else that you want to add to it in the context of this question, from ideation to scaling?
Yeah. So the questions change a little bit through the process. There's sort of the discovery, the discovery phase, and then, okay, we discovered a value proposition. But now we have to scale this thing that started out as a low fidelity prototype and maybe a manual sort of process with our customer. Hey, we showed that we can deliver value, but we can't do that in a sustainable way. So now we have to scale it in some way, turn it into something that's digital or electronic or mass produced or something like that. So the questions change. How do we drive value? Okay, now how do we do it in a way that doesn't involve handwork? It's similar to sort of the crossing the chasm problem. Okay, we solve for the early adopter. How do we solve for the early majority, the people that really want to wait until they see 1,000 5-star Google reviews before they're willing to touch it? So it's just being very focused on help them focus at what stage they're at anymore. Hey, we're not trying to discover value anymore. We're trying to discover value delivered in this way. So keep them focused on it, and then keep them from changing it unnecessarily. Well, we'll do it different. No, don't do it. Don't get away from what made you successful. Keep the success. Now just deliver it in a way that's scalable and reproducible.
So it's just a difference in delivery, but keep to what's successful. And
it's keeping them focused, and that's the thing. It's always about keeping them focused, because teams will always want, again, whether they're inside a big company or whether they're a startup, they'll always want to focus on something easy or something comfortable or something else that isn't is stressful to them. So you have to move them away from that and say, okay, here's the thing we have to solve now. We could come back to that thing later on.
Thanks.